اينشتاين بيقول التعليم مفهوش ملل، حط نفسك مكاني هتفقد الامل. ملينا المدرسه ونظام صب وكب، شرح طول الوقت عمل لنا دروب. يا استاذنا عقلي مش سبونج بوب، يشرب المعلومه وبعديها يكب. هنا في نوسكول طلعنا من الدروب، لعب مرح تفاعلات هتعجبك يا بوب.
نوسكول Academy. Simply learn different.
Hello everyone, welcome to Nowschool Academy, and this is Miss Nihal with you. Today we're gonna have Unit 15 Vocabulary, and the title of the unit is called Lost Words. So welcome to this video and be with us. Here I want you just to prepare all your things and tools beside you and get ready for the session, for the amazing session by the way, and you're gonna know some amazing and funny or some amazing information and facts about history. It's something related to history. Last time I told you that in the last unit it was somehow related to medicine and scientific facts and technology. One was for technology, but here it's about history, and those who like history, inshallah, will enjoy this session so much. So let's begin the session. By the end of the session, the objectives of us today are analyzing an article about Machu Picchu. Yeah, this is the name of a place, and we will see what is it. Okay, analyze an article about Machu Picchu and the discovery of such place, and explain a radio interview about, can you read this? Terracotta Army, and we will know also what's the Terracotta Army, and try to write a pictorial story or to mention a pictorial story using some pictures to form up a story. The key words of today and the words that you're going to listen to and hear all over the session are, number one, let's read together the key words that I asked you from the last time to be prepared with them, which are discovery, and then we have empire. Can you tell me what's meant by empire down in the comments right now? A sudden quiz, pop quiz. Can you write? Those who are gonna write the right answer are going to get a kind of 3 marks as a bonus in the next quiz. The next word is coast, and then fascinated, temples, and stuff, not staff, stuff. Okay, I'm just waiting for your reply. Okay, let's start the session for today, because some of you is like that guy searching right now and looking in the dictionary right now just to take the 3 marks. They're not well prepared from before. Okay, super students. Okay, thank you so much for the preparation and for hearing my instructions. Of course, not all of you are like this. Some are very serious and hard workers. Before anything else, I want you to pause the video. Here come the pop quiz or the pre-quiz that I told you that you are going to take the 3 marks bonus in it. Pause the video and go play such game and come back to me so quickly. Pay attention in the puzzle and try to find the words as correctly or as correct in spelling as much as you can. Focus on the spelling of the words. Come quickly, please. Hey, welcome back. Where are you? Excellent and super students, where are you? Come to me now. Okay. Before also anything, I want you to pause the video, go and surf the internet about what is Machu Picchu. Now, I will wait here for you to go and surf the internet and search what's Machu Picchu. And come and tell me down in the comments. I'm just waiting for you here. Hey guys, what did you find? What have you found in searching? Okay, I will help you and I will not leave you like that. Let's know more about Machu Picchu. Here are some photos for the place itself. As I told you, it's a place in the Andes Mountains in Peru. And Machu Picchu is a historical place, and it's a amazing and fabulous place, as you heard or breathtaking. Okay, our hearts are inspired by such place. It's a beautiful scenery. It has a beautiful scenery, greenery, and a natural landscape, which is so amazing. You have some information in this slide about the place. You can read it together. It's a site of ancient Inca, and the Incas, we are going to talk about the Incas in detail. This is a kind of ancient tribes and civilizations. So this place contains the ruins of the Incas, and as I told you, it's nearest to the Andes Mountains, okay? The height of the mountain is written in front of you, and of course, if you Google the name of Machu Picchu, you will find much more about this. Let's go to the next point, which is the Incas. What are the Incas? The Incas is an American Indian people. American Indian people lived long time ago, of course. They are not living right now. And it's something related to history, as I told you. It's a small tribe. If you remember, the word tribe means family that has unified social customs and traditions. And they used to live in southern highlands of Peru. So the place or the habitat of them is the Machu Picchu. Okay, you got it now, and you have here more information about them. Square stones means the building blocks that's used for building temples and monuments, and of course the pharaohs were the most famous people, the Egyptian pharaohs, who used such big blocks and square blocks to build their tombs and temples long time ago in the past. To dig in the sand means to make a hole in the sand, so the verb is to dig. An archaeologist. Archaeology is the study of the monuments, the fossils of the old plants and animals and human historical people, okay? So the study itself is called archaeology, but the one who studies is called an archaeologist. Archaeologist, okay? So this is the way to pronounce this word. Here we have the word explorer. It's somehow different from the archaeologist. The explorer is someone who goes anywhere that nobody goes before him. For example, the explorers of the moon, the explorers to Mars planet, of course, what I'm talking about. The explorer is to go to a place where nobody else went before you. So here are some old and famous explorers. We have here the word civilization. Civilization, again, repeat it after me. Civilization. Civilization is the set of cultural, behavioral, and all the traditions and habits, customs, advanced development of a certain society and organization in a certain period of time. So you know that the Egyptian civilization, how old was the Egyptian civilization? The ancient Egyptian civilization was 7,000 years old. You know this? Okay, so the word again is called civilization. Here we have the word temple. Temple is the place where kings and queens in the prehistoric ages and the ancient times used to be buried in, okay, or pray in. So the temple is a kind of praying place, a place for prayers, okay? Other than the royal house, you know, the royal house is the place where kings and queens live in, okay? So the royal house, we can say it palace. It's something like a palace. The next word here is the heavy tropical rain. The heavy tropical rain are the rainfalls in the hottest parts of the universe or the world. And watch this GIF, it's an amazing, and feel the moment, okay? Time for reading and discussion, so please open your school books on page 102 and read the topic itself and be with me in the discussion time. So now I'm going to discuss what you have just read in your school books, okay? So here you're going to read the text, and then we are going to extract some discussion issues from the topic itself. So first of all, after reading the topic, I'm going to ask you, where is Machu Picchu? Can you tell me? Of course, it's going to be easy now. And what or who do you think lived there? Who is Hiram Bingham? And where did he go, or where was he going on the morning of 24th of July 1911, and why? Can you tell me? Of course, you read all this information. And the last question that I want the answers of it down in the comments right now is talk about the Incas. What do you know about the Incas? Okay? Can you tell me the answer? I think it's something easy now. And I've already told you some of the hints about the answers of these questions. Let's talk now about the Terracotta Army, and this is found in page 105 in your school books as well. So please leave everything, try to look at the pictures, because I think that you have the audio tracks or something like that of your textbooks, so you can listen to the tracks, the audio tracks, or search on the internet about additional and extra information and come to me just for discussion. The Terracotta Army and the discovery of the Terracotta Army. Let's read silently for 1 or 2 minutes and then start the discussion. So, the first question that I'm going to ask you here, what's meant by terracotta? Terracotta is a reddish-brown glazed clay, specially used for statues, vases, and architectural purposes. So, it's something like stone, but its color is reddish-brown. Who discovered the terracotta and when and how? Every single detail about this. Some farmers were digging a well long time ago, and the dates are mentioned here. So when they were digging for such well, they were farmers, as I told you, they found some ruins, some statues, some pots, some molds of this kind of clay, the reddish-brown clay. Then they found that after something like excavation, you know, the excavation, the digging for finding monuments and old ruins of and fossils of historical things, they find that it's not only parts of 1 or 2 person. No, they are all have the same clothes, maybe 8 shapes, features, and figures of the soldiers. I mean the facial features and the shape of the person himself was about 8 shapes. Then they gathered all of this molds and they gathered the bodies all together to find that there was in Xi'an, a place in China, an army called Terracotta, or they gave them this name, Terracotta Army in Xi'an, and Xi'an is a place in China. Okay, so then there was another batch or new batch of archaeologists. Here came the role of the archaeologists, because farmers are not the experts to find more information about who are they, what were they doing, what brings them or brought them in such place. So the archaeologists completed the excavation, the discovery, and the exploration of such matter. Okay? Then, hi there. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready for talking about some linguistic notes? By this, I finished the reading, the discussion, and the vocabulary part of Unit 15. So let's move on to another point, which is somehow needs more concentration, which is the linguistic notes or the language notes. First of all, we're going to start with suffixes. And the suffix is 1 or more letter added to the end of a certain word, and it changes its meaning. Maybe it gives the noun from the adjective or vice versa, and so on. Okay, so again, the suffix is the attachment of some letters to the word at the end of the word, because if it's at the beginning, it's called a prefix. Here we have 3 suffixes. Of course, in English, there are a lot of suffixes, but we here going to talk about only 3, ER, OR, and IST. And these suffixes refer to the doer of a certain action or a certain verb, okay? So we add OR, ER, or IST to a noun, an adjective, or a verb to give the meaning of a job or the doer of the verb, or the doer of from a certain noun, I mean, okay? So here are a lot of examples according to the 3 suffixes. We're gonna start by the ER. So let's read together what are the jobs we have in the ER part or the jobs that end with ER. Let's read together. Okay, the first of all is the writer. Yeah, notice the ending of the word writer, ER. Explorer, driver, maybe diver, officer, baker, rider, user, painter, farmer, swimmer, photographer. We have a lot to mention about this. Let's move on to the OR, decorator, professor or professor, you can say in both ways. And we have here actor, inventor, and we have director, collector, and operator. We have in the IST archaeologist, scientist, artist, pianist, journalist, receptionist, cyclist, and more. Tourist, someone who visits a certain country for pleasure, as we are talking about history, so it's a related word to such issue and topic. Then we are going to move to the phrasal verbs. And what are the phrasal verbs, or what do I mean by this? The phrasal verbs are a verb or some verbs that are followed by a preposition. So if the verb is followed by a preposition, which of course changes its meaning, it's called a phrasal verb. For example, the verb look, it comes from saying something. But if you put for is a preposition after look, it means to search about something. Totally different meaning from look, to see something or to watch something. You got it now? So we have here some phrasal verbs. Let's read them together and try to search the meaning if something is difficult, or follow me in the Zoom session, inshallah, to explain what's difficult for you about this. So the first phrasal verb that we have today is to look for, and I told you that the look for is to search. Look like means to resemble or to be like someone, or someone from your ancestors or grandparents, for example. Look up a word. You, of course, listen to this word and hear this word from me at the very end of each session almost, when I told you try to look up these words for the next time and so, okay? So look up means to search a certain word in a dictionary, encyclopedia, or on the internet to find the meaning of such word. And then we have look at means to watch or to see. Look at something, look at me. Right now, look at me. Okay, and then we have remember to, forget to, of course. Don't say remember in, remember on. No, remember to. We have here move away or go away means to be far. And we have here go up and get into. Get into means to enter a certain place. Get into, or to be deep inside searching for something, or deep inside a certain thing or a place, okay? Then we have what we call derivatives. I told you what's meant by derivatives before. Derivatives means that we have a root word and then different forms of such word we call derivatives. So we derived some forms from the same word, which is the root word. For example, we have a noun, the verb, and subject from some words. Not all the words have the three forms, okay? It's not a must. I told you this before. So let's look at this table and see what are the derivatives that we have today. Someone is carrying what? Yeah, a square stone. Can you see? This is the square stone and looking. Okay, can you see this GIF? Okay, so please look at the table and pay attention with me. Actually, for the first word, there's no verb for archaeologist or archaeology. I told you that the noun is archaeology and the doer or is the archaeologist, and the adjective is archaeological, okay? Then also there's no verb for fortune. Fortune means a large amount of money, wealth, okay? And fortune also comes in the meaning of luck, and the adjective means fortunate. And the adverb is fortunately, means luckily, okay? The opposite is unfortunate, unfortunately, and so on, unfortunately, okay? And this is the word family. By this, you can get more derivatives for each word. Then the next one is civilize, and civilize is the verb from the noun civilization. And when we want to say that Egypt was a civilized country in the old times, okay? So the adjective from civilize is civilized. The noun is civilization, and so on. The next one is to clean. To clean means to clear up the mess or the dirt from any other place. And the doer is the cleaner. He is the noun, of course, or she. And cleaned or clean is the adjective, okay? It's other than the past because some adjectives end with ed, so don't get confused between the past simple form of some verbs and the adjective form. For example, civilized, it's not the past from civilized, it's the adjective, and so on, okay? It comes from the meaning of the sentence as a whole. You can understand it throughout the whole meaning of the context. The last one is to explore. To explore means to find something not known from before. The noun is the explorer and explored is the adjective. And then here we have the everyday expressions and phrases for conversation and situations. So concentrate about this. It's written in your book, of course. So try to get the meaning and go to answer the exercise in your book in the form of mini dialogues, and then tell me the answers in the comments below. The first thing that we wanted to express in a certain situation, we use the word stuff. So you can say all that stuff. When you don't want to mention details, so you can say, I went to a wedding party, but I can't believe it. Everything was bad. The clothes, the dinner, the place. So someone is replying, all that stuff. Someone doesn't want to mention it again, okay? Some words that you don't like to mention in detail, okay? So this is mean by stuff, and it's not staff. It's totally different. The next one, I'm hoping that you will stay though. Though means, yeah, great, to show surprise. For example, the quiz was very difficult, but I hope to get the full mark though. So it's a kind of surprise, something unexpected, something unusual. Though means it's close to however, but it's not the same. But the closest meaning to it is however. Okay, here we have give it a go. Give it a go means try something. Okay, give it a go, so try. Then we have good luck, and good luck means well done. Okay, I told you now to pause the video, go and answer the mini dialogues in your school book before getting to the final quiz of today. Best of luck, my dear students, but please make sure that you covered all the points in this unit, the words, the spelling, the meaning, the derivatives, the linguistic notes, everything related to the unit before going and answering the quiz and doing it, okay? Tell me the results, by the way. Yeah, I just wait for you here. Pause the video or go down to visit the link below the video. Do your quiz and come back to me so quickly. I'm just waiting for you here. Greatest students ever. Hard workers. Girls and boys that were awesome results. Okay, where are you? Great. Yeah. You must say, oh my God, because you were great. Okay? You were afraid. You were afraid and hesitated not to go to the quiz. But now I'm just telling you that you were great. Okay? Great work and job. Here we come to the reminder and the mind map, the summary of all the session. What have we talked about today? We talked about Machu Picchu, the location, the history, the place of it, the location I mean, and the landmarks of it. And of course, you find much more on the internet. And then we transfer to the history and the discovery of the terracotta army in Xi'an in China, and the substance that the statues were made of. Do you remember its name? Yeah, the terracotta itself. It's the reddish brown clay, glazed clay, used for statues and architectural purposes. And we talked about who discovered this, farmers at the very beginning, and then archaeologists completed the mission and found much more and explored much more. And then we transferred to the everyday language and phrases, expressions like good luck, like give it a go, and so on. We discussed the meaning of each expression and the situation that we can use such expressions in it. Let's move on to the ethical and moral value of today's session. So please be prepared with me, leave anything with you, and look at me to discuss the moral value together. So guys, today's moral value is going to be about forgiveness. Actually, it's a great value and valuable value because forgiveness is giving the inner peace its maximum levels, you see? So you gain everything by forgiving anyone about anything, okay? Forgiveness is a great value. It's the inner peace, it's the inner success, and it gives you such strength among people. Don't say that if you forgive someone about making or doing something bad for you, that you're gonna be weak. No, you're going to be stronger, not weaker, you see? So please try to apply this ethical and moral value in everyday situations and everyday life, in your everyday life. Here we have a Quranic verse that's an evidence to apply and urged us to follow this ethical value, as I told you, in every situation in our life. So let's see it. It's from Surah Ash-Shura. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. فمن عفا وأصلح فأجره على الله. It means that you must forgive anybody for anything done for you. And then we come to the homework time. So the homework for today is in the attached file. So please quickly go and check what's the homework for today. And don't forget this. And I'm going to make sure if you did so or not. For the next session, inshallah, it's going to be about grammar. So we're going to talk about something which is called past perfect tense. I know that some of you have heard this before and some are remembering already and some are forgetting this. So please check your information and be prepared for the next session. Also revise the past participle form of the irregular verbs mainly because it's going to be used a lot in the next session. Here we come to the end of this video for today. Hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed my time so much with you and I was so happy being among you. My dearest students, enjoy your time and until we meet again in the next video. Goodbye.
نتمنى من كل قلبنا الحصة تكون عجبتك، وبنقول لك ما تنساش تحل الكويز اللي في المصادر، وكمان تقيم الحصة تحت في التعليقات. منتظرينك في اللايف في حفظ الله.